Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's Sky video. And in today's video, what I'm going to be looking at is the biggest issue No Man's Sky faces right now and how Hello Games can fix it. Now, I want to say right off the bat that this is not a hate video, and this is also not entirely my own opinion. A lot of what is said in this video is from various comments which have been dropped on my videos over the course of about a week. I do most definitely agree with what these individuals are saying, but not 100%. So remember, this isn't all coming from my own opinion. So before you dislike and leave an angry comment, this isn't coming from the heart entirely. So with all of that said and done, please do sit back and relax. Let's get started. So I'll start off by saying what the issue is, just to ensure that this isn't dragged out and made overly clickbaity. In the simplest, most blunt way possible, the biggest issue No Man's Sky has right now is communication. Now, I'm talking about Hello Games themselves, and more specifically, how they've recently dealt with PR and general community management. You're probably already gonna hit dislike right now, but just hear me out for one moment. We all know the story of No Man's Sky, the way a lot of features weren't present, the way Sean Murray was seen as some godly liar who rivals Ubisoft in terms of falsy advertising. I won't talk about this. In fact, I have a whole other video planned for why No Man's Sky released the way it did, but for today, I'm going to ignore this controversy and only use it as brief evidence. The launch of No Man's Sky has most definitely affected the way Hello Games go about with their development with the game. You can tell they're still very much aware of the so-called disaster at launch, and even though it has been over a year now, it's clear they're still affected by it. This is fair enough, but at the same time, it kind of isn't. And this is because those who hated No Man's Sky at launch have basically moved on with their lives and forgot about the game. Yeah, you get the odd devoted hater who comes back and forth to aimlessly chat shit, but for the most part, the community right now are a lovely, tight group of people who don't see Hello Games as some kind of shady company. I fall into this category. I respect Hello Games in so many ways, mainly in sticking with the game, and a load of other people love them to bits because of their commitment to improving No Man's Sky, even after it apparently flopped. But Hello Games are still cautious of haters, and to some extent, they may be a little afraid of them, and this leads us on to the topic of this video. Hello Games no longer talk to us up front because they're scared of a repeat of what happened at launch. Something which people always bring up is how Sean Murray promised this or said that or showed this, and they use these little clips of video or audio to showcase how Hello Games said stuff would be present but ultimately wasn't. This is most likely the reason why Hello Games don't adopt a traditional developer style of communication, as in dropping teaser trailers, giving us some inside information, or simply letting us know what's going on. They don't want to do this just in case they cannot deliver on what they say. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing by any means, but some people have recently become frustrated at the lack of communication and a general idea on what the fuck is even going on. This is somewhat present with Waking Titan right now, as we've had nothing to do for basically a month and don't really know what's going on. We can speculate like I did in my recent video, big it up, but nothing is set in stone. Nothing is confirmed to be true. But this is kind of expected with an ARG, especially since Hello Games don't even manage it, so it's not their duty to do so. But this lack of knowing also plays into No Man's Sky itself. A prime example of this is the update and when the update is dropping. Of course, we don't need a release date right now, but it would be nice to at least know if it's 1.4, 1.5 or something else. Hello Games don't need to give us specific details on the contents of this update, but they could at least give us some kind of idea, maybe like the focus of the update, the season in which it's likely to release. Even Hello Games coming out and saying, yeah, the update is taking bare long because there's a shit ton of content to make, but it should be coming out in the next few months, would be enough to satisfy the community. It is still vague, and this kind of ties into how they go about things in general, but it's better than nothing, because honestly, the lack of knowing does somewhat hurt the game. People become disinterested in No Man's Sky. They may think it's been abandoned, but also people's expectations get too high. By Hello Games not saying a word about the next update, which we assume to be 1.5, it's already been assumed to be the big fucking dad of all updates, when in reality it could be on the same scale as 1.3. Still a decent update, you know, but maybe not the revival so many people are thinking it is. I mean, it is ultimately your fault if you gas the update too hard, but a tiny bit of guidance would not hurt. It keeps expectations in check and also satisfies the need for details. So how do Hello Games actually fix this issue? Well, it's what I just said. Be vague. Give us enough to know an extremely basic idea, but not so much that there's no surprise or we're let down if something doesn't work out the way they advertised it to be. As stated at the start of the video, basically all of the haters have moved on. Only the true fans are left playing No Man's Sky and are always going to be positive no matter what goes down. I'm not suggesting that they drop 1,000 trailers every day, they kind of make like a whole separate Discord where you can chat with the developers, shit like that. I mean, that would be nice, but realistically, that's probably never gonna happen. I'm simply saying a basic idea, as in the contents, or as I said, a rough kind of timeline for what's to come would be so greatly appreciated. So Hello Games, if you're watching this, don't worry. We're all lovely people. We're gonna support you no matter what happens. So that is basically all I have to say on the matter, but I want to know what you think. So please do feel free to put your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, then please do feel free to leave a like on it. And if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.
Raindrops, truck top, top smoking, no cooking the hot.